In the heart of West Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, smash that thumbs up for your boy. Whether it's your first time, could you do your boy a favor, not make it your last time, hit that subscription button as well. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time with this EP right here. Here to drop this news, then we go and slide on up out of here. For the last 2 days, right? I was about to say earlier this morning, right? But for the last 2 days, we didn't have Jaron Booth in his opponent conversations, right? We know Jaron Booth Ennis was in conversations for a fight in July. Weren't really sure who he was fighting in July, right? That was keeping that thing under wraps. Maybe he wasn't really sure, right? But the last 2 days we even had us a Jerome Booth in his conversation. Guys calling Jerome Booth in his out. You know what I mean? Not necessarily calling them out, right? But saying what's good, Nolly Ray Buck. Appreciate you sliding through. Not necessarily, calling them out, right? But saying that they will be open to fighting Jerome Booth in the near future. We had Conor Ben, right? And then we had Cody Crowley. Both fights that, I think are great for Boots, right? Top 5 welterweight fights, right? I think both of those are great fights. And then there was a third option, right? Not even a third option because not really to number it, right? This probably was option number 1, right? Roman Villa and Speedy Rashida Ellis, they had a welterweight clash about, about maybe 4 months ago. At this point, split decision win for Roman Villa over Speedy Rashida Ellis. An upset win, right? That burst Roman Villa onto the scene. Before going into that fight, Speedy Rashida Ellis and Jaron Booth Ennis, was the fight that everybody wanted to see, the fight that they was building up, right? PBC Showtime literally signed Speedy Rashida Ellis to fight Jaron Booth Ennis, right? So that's the fight that we all thought that we was going to get. They stick Speedy Rashida Ellis in the ring with this guy that we never heard of at that point, named Roman Villa, right? And Roman Villa, he go in there and he beat Speedy Rashida Ellis, right? I know the first thing that I said immediately following that fight was, man, Roman Villa then messed up the Speedy Rashida Ellis versus Booth fight, right? But the second thing I said was the style of Roman Villa, like, how attack and come forward he is, right? How he's not a guy that you're going to have to locate, you're going to have to go find in the ring. And Jerome Booth Ennis' last fight, he had a problem, with Chuck Adesian basically running from him pretty much, right? Chuck Adesian basically ran from the man pretty much for 12 rounds, right? With Roman Villa, Jerome Booth Ennis ain't going to have that problem, right? And he just make perfect sense, right? Speedy Rashida Ellis and Jerome Booth Ennis had the beef in the whole situation going up into the fight. What's good, Luke the Dunn? Speedy Rashida Ellis, he go in there, he get beat by this guy that a lot of us never heard of, right? Roman Villa, he get beat in impressive fashion, right? In exciting fashion. A lot of us could say, Speedy Rashida Ellis was, dominating that fight, and then he ended up blowing the fight on the back end. But Roman Villa in real life, he really took the fight from Speedy Rashida Ellis, right, by scoring those 2 knockdown stoppages late in the action. So the first thing that I asked for right after that fight was, the first thing I thought was, man, this man that messed up the Speedy Rashida Ellis versus Roman Villa fight, right? But the second thing I thought was, I want to see Roman Villa and Speedy Rashida. I want to see Roman Villa and Jerome Booth Ennis get in the ring, because I think stylistically that'll be, that'll be the perfect matchup. It'll be 2 come forward guys, right? 2 guys that really want to go in there, that want to get you out of there, right? 2 guys who, for lack of a better word, right, who ain't shy about, throwing punches, right? That's what these guys do. They go in there and they throw leather, right? Roman Villa, 26 wins, 1 loss, 24 KOs. So he got 26 wins and 24 KOs, right? And one of those people that got out the 12 rounds was Speedy Rashida Ellis, who he just fought in his last fight, right? A fight and where he was a big underdog, you know what I mean? So he only got 1 fight. He only got 2 fights total, you know what I mean? Well, he got 3 fights total that went the distance, right? 24 KOs, 26 fights, and he got 1 loss himself. He got the win, the majority draw over Speedy Rashida Ellis, in his last fight. And before that, not a whole lot of guys, you know what I mean, that we know. But that Speedy Rashidi Ellis win, right, is what really put him on the map and they got him into this position right now. Speedy Rashidi Ellis was 24-0. You know what I mean? So Boots, we've been talking about who Boots gonna fight for the last 2 days. He gonna fight Conor Ben. He gonna fight Cody Crowley. You know what I mean? Boots gotta fight somebody. Boots gotta fight somebody. He gotta fight somebody worthwhile, right? And the three options that I've been given, all week pretty much, right, was Roman Villa, Conor Ben, Cody Crowley, right? And he take the number one option, right? This is the fight that would make the most sense right now, given, Roman Villa is over there at the PBC with him, right? So it's easy to make as far as the business go. And he just beat your rival, Speedy Rashidi Ellis. So a guy beat your rival, you go in there and you beat him. And if you beat him, clearly, maybe it's still a little room, you know what I mean, for this Speedy Rashidi Ellis fight, right? But Jaron boosts Ennis July 8th in New Jersey, right? Matter of fact, let me do this thing the right way, right? Let me do this thing the right way. I'm finna go and give y'all the details. It said it's going to be July 8th at the Borgata Center in Atlantic City. The Borgata Center in Atlantic City. I never heard of that. I'm pretty sure, y'all know what that is. But no, right? Roman Villa will look to knock off another undefeated welterweight next month. Boxing Scene has learned that the Venezuelan contender has accepted his most challenging assignment in his 8 years of pro boxing. A fight against emerging star Jaron Boost Ennis. On July 8th, Showtime will televise a 12-round, 147-pound main event between Jaron Ennis. I'm about to call him Boost. He said Jaron. Between Jaron Ennis and Roman Villa from the Borgata Hotel. Philadelphia's Ennis, 30-0, 27 KOs, will defend his IBF interim welterweight title versus Roman Villa, 26-1, 24 KOs. So between these two, bro, you got Boost with 27 KOs, and then you got goddamn Villa with 26 KOs, right? So that's what? 53 KOs? That's 53 KOs. Yep, that's 53 KOs. So you got 53 KOs between Boots and Villa. Man, somebody is going to bed. Now I'm smiling. I'm really seeing the fight in my head now, and now I'm smiling. Now it's really starting to hit me that these folks about to fight. Now it's really starting to hit me. Somebody's ass is about to go to sleep in this motherfucker, bro. But I digress. The hard-hitting Villa is ranked second amongst the IBF contenders in the 147-pound division. Didn't know that. The number one spot in the IBF welterweight ranking is vacant. You know what I mean? I guess, being Speedy Rashidi Ellis, I should know that, right? But July 8th, he said, this is a real fight for Boost. Facts, bro. We've been asking for this shit for all week. 2 days straight. I done woke up talking about Boost 2 days straight. And Boost come in. Deliver. That's what I like to see. That's why I like to see when you challenge great fighters and they deliver. That's what you like to see. He could have pulled the Canelo. I ain't going to go there. I talked about Canelo this morning. I ain't going to go there. But you know what I mean? He delivered. But I digress, right? Villa's impressive victory over previously unbeaten Speedy Rashidi Ellis moved him up. I just said that. Moved him up in the rankings and made him a valuable opponent for Ennis. Who has long wanted to test himself against an elite level welterweight. Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence Jr. will finally fight July 29th, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Yeah, okay. What they had to do it. But anyway, I digress. An aggressive Villa eventually wore down the slick Ellis, who boxed effectively before Villa's persistent pressure led to a pair of 12th-round knockdowns that won him the fight on 2 scorecards. The 30-year-old Villa won a majority decision over Ellis. Judges David Barshlow, Paul Wallace scored the fight 14-12 for Villa. Judge Tammy Jenkins scored the fight Villas and Ellis a draw 113-113. The 30-year-old Ellis, 24-1, 15 KOs of Massachusetts, and Ennis spoke before their respective bouts January 7th about fighting one another after their bout. The 25-year-old Ennis went the distance for the first time in almost 6 years in the Showtime pay-per-view undercard fight that immediately followed Villa and Ellis's on January 7th. Unknown Ukrainian contender Karen Chuckadesian surprisingly lasted all 12 rounds. The nigga ran for 12 rounds against Ennis in their fight for then the unclaimed IBF interim 147-pound crown. Ennis won every round on all three scorecards, 120 to 108, 120, 108, 120, 108. But he drew a lot of criticism for failing to knock out Chuckadesian. Ennis entered the ring a 35 to 1 favorite. That means 35,000 to 1. That means he was minus 35,000. But I digress. He had won 20 straight fights and has not been knocked out during his 8-year professional career. Is Chuckadesian. Chuckadesian fought mostly off his back foot and was elected to engage with Ellis. That means right there is he ran the whole time. That means he ran. Ennis, who only sporadically landed flush punches during their unremarkable 12-rounder, the fast, intelligent, powerful Ennis had won each of his previous 19 bouts by knockout or TKO. You know what I mean? So, yeah, now we got that Chuckadesian shit behind us. Now we got a real fight, man. Hey, man, it's about to be some flower bringing in this motherfucker, yo. I'm bringing my favorite for these last 2 minutes. Yo, it's about to be some flower bringing in this subject. Dog, he said, low-key, if you score rounds, Ellis should have gotten the nod, but I'd take Boots versus Villa. Anthony Jones, I don't always disagree with you, but I feel like, man, you can't get knocked down twice in the 12th round, bro. Because I'd be a hypocrite, right? I'd be a hypocrite. But I tell you this. Now I'm going to pull up a correlation. They tried to say that Tyson Fury outboxed Deontay Wilder for 12 rounds, right? But he really didn't. If you look at that fight was a lot closer than they wanted to let on. Speedy Rashida Ellis outboxed him for about 7 to 8 rounds, right? And those last couple rounds was pressure. 8, 9 was pressure. 8, 9, 10, 8 and 9 was pressure. Then you get to the last one, and then you get knocked down like that. Like, man, it's tough to see a person hit the mat twice in the 12th round and think that he won the fight, right? Because I still think, they robbed Deontay Wilder because he knocked Tyson Fury down twice in the fight, right? And, they want to claim that, I don't know how that fight was a draw, especially when be the champion, you got to take his belt. Villa got them 2 knockdowns late. It was only a 10-round fight, right? So you got to think 2 knockdowns is 4 points. So Villa won 3 rounds in that fight, even if I gave Speedy 7 rounds. See, on my scorecard, I gave Speedy 7 rounds. So 7-3, if I recall, right? That was a 10-round. I don't think those are 12-round. Those are 10-round, if I'm not mistaken. I gave him about 7 rounds. You know what I mean? Villa had about 3 rounds. You give Villa the 2 knockdown, then 7-7. The judges had Villa winning by 1 point. If I had it a draw, I can't be too mad at them for giving it to Villa by a point. You know what I mean? Wilder was robbed. Yeah, that was a back and forth boxing match, and Wilder scored 2 knockdowns in a back and forth boxing match. Talk your ass off. Their first fight, they want to pretend like Wilder got outboxed. No, that was back and forth, and then he scored a knockdown. Wilder scored 2 knockdowns in that fight, and he should have been awarded his championship. But y'all know they couldn't do that because that would have put an end to Tyson Fury before he was even born, and they would have never been able to gas him up and cheat and drug him up with all them drugs. And if you don't believe me, you could Google, Tyson Fury being under investigation. You know what I mean? Thank you. He said, what's good, big bro? I'm going to be out there soon for Spawn. I'm going to need some herbal assistance. I got you, brother. I got you. Shab, I got Stay Dangerous. I got you, pimp. But he said, damn, I thought Rashida was going to do the rematch. Salute, gang. Shout out my guy, Facts, how we're feeling. Yeah, man. Now, no Speedy Rashida Ellis rematch, man. We got Jaron, Boots, Ennis. And I think this is a better fight. I ain't going to lie to you. Not necessarily a better fight than Speedy and Boots, right? But I think this is a better fight than Speedy and Villa, right? Because Boots and this dude, they finna get the banging. We finna see everybody talk about their chin, right? I talk about their chin. Do Boots got a chin? Do Boots will have to move his head. Boots can't be just in there, you know what I mean, relying on his offense, man. Boots will have to move their head, man. This shit finna get good. This ain't no cakewalk, right? This ain't no cakewalk for Jaron. Salute to Jaron for taking this fight. Salute to Villa for taking this fight. And guess who the real winner when we get fights like this, y'all? I'm see if I go get the answer. So I got 3 more minutes. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time. I ain't gonna drag this young. I got 3 more minutes though. Unless y'all want to cook. But hey, guess who really win in a fight like this? Right? Shout out to Villa. Shout out to Boots. But guess who really win when we get to see a dude with 30 wins and 27 knockouts and a dude with 26 wins and 24 knockouts? Guess who they boxing win? We win. Bro, we get to watch it. Somebody is going to bed, bro. Like nigga is going to sleep that day. On July 8th, we can sign one person up for bed for sure. We know, like, sometimes it be sleepless nights. We can sign one person up for bed that night for sure. We know for a fact that Boots or Villa going to sleep that night. One of them taking an early nap. One of them taking a nap that they don't want to take. I'm telling y'all, they got chills, bro. This shit finna get good, bro. Boots gonna have to come with it. And then the funny part is, I know Villa go make him go get it. Like, even if Boots knock him out, right? Villa go make him go get it. He gonna have to go get it. He gonna have to. Boots gonna have to. Either Boots go come out, and he can do it, physically gifted enough, right? Either Boots will have to come out there, look like Floyd on his defensive shit, right? Because he young enough, right? He in his prime enough, he athletic enough to where he still can do that shit, right? Or Boots gonna have to take some. Boots gonna have to take some in this fight, man. Boots gonna have to take some in this fight, man. Said Boots be sparring Mac Truck, that mofo different. Yeah, in fact, Boots is different. I think this RGT is different too. I got Boots though, right there. I just told you my pick. But yeah, Boots the favorite, right? But bro, it's go get good. It's go get good. It's go get good. But July 8th, New Jersey, Bogota Center, Boots versus Villa. 30-0, 27 knockouts, 26-1, 24 knockouts. Shit gonna be a banger, man. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. Skinner Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look, I got to finish, studying for the MMA this weekend.